Hi, welcome to Finding the Word. I'm Melanie Brown. The word today is dwell. And I just got this word actually, so I jumped on. I'm like, I'm not waiting today, taking any chances on time getting away. I'm getting right on here with it and figuring out what it is that God's going to tell me about dwell. But the word dropped because this morning I forgot about the refrigerator repairman. And not until someone said someone's at the door did I remember he was coming back today. So I had not been downstairs and I had all these things that I had planned on doing. You know how that is when it's disruptions that you forgot about or you have a list of things you need to get done. But when I went downstairs, I got in this loop of emotions that I get caught in sometimes. And mostly I don't get in this emotional loop. But when I went in the kitchen, take him in there, I knew. I was like, they've probably been down here. And I know they have not been taking care of stuff because I have been busy. And if they catch me slipping, if I'm not on top of things, they look at it like, why was I coming down here? I don't really have to, I can leave this. We'll come back. We'll clean this stuff up later. So I walk into what it is when 12 people from ages 9 up can do things in the kitchen. Everybody leaving a little something, it equals a bigger mess than it would if it was just 1 or 2. So if somebody puts toast in the toaster and leaves crumbs and butter, and then somebody makes coffee and leaves their pod, somebody made some eggs and left some things, and there's cups and somebody drank something and left this and that, and it's just, I'm looking around and going, okay, y'all know if somebody's coming here to do some work or whatever, if I'm coming down here to start cooking or anything, it is supposed to be that you have picked up after yourself. I should not have to tell you that. So now this starts that loop. So first I'm like annoyed. I'm looking like, now who made toast? But then as I'm looking around at all the other things, I get aggravated. So it goes from annoyed to aggravated. And then I think to myself, okay, they know better than this. I know that I have already talked to them about this. Every single one of them knows they need to clean up after themselves. Now I'm frustrated. And then it goes from frustrated to what I typically end up feeling when a lot is going on, and that's overwhelmed. So I just land there and it's a bit of a cycle. But then sometimes if I really don't snap out of it, it goes a step further. And I go to, man, O's working. If he was here, he could help me out with this. And he would have been backing me up saying, that's right. They did the same thing yesterday. I told them, and you're like, yeah, we're going to have to crack down, but he wasn't there. So I felt like, now I feel alone. He's always working and you start a pity party going, he's having to work a lot. And so now I'm sad. So then that leads to a discouraged feeling because not only am I discouraged from what all just happened, but then the fact that I'm even dealing with this again. I was just sitting there thinking about, man, I always look at the scripture to rejoice in the Lord always. And again, I say rejoice. And I'm like, how am I supposed to rejoice always? Like, I'm working towards this, just like the peace and hanging on to the peace. But then I have these moments I felt discouraged. So this is where the confirmation of another conversation I'd had with a girlfriend of mine, and she had given a word to me about this and how it's not really a big deal that we feel things. We always have to remember we're going to feel stuff. We're going to run through stuff from time to time. So the Spirit confirmed dwell in that he said, just don't dwell there. Don't sit in it. Don't dwell. And the definition of dwell in the Webster's dictionary is to remain for a time, to live in a place, or to keep the attention directed. That's what I ended up doing and have to work on and come out of. This is what's important for us to know. Don't keep the attention directed. That's not dwelling on the circumstances for the things that are negative or they're opposite or causing you to feel discouragement and being overwhelmed. It's going to be natural for me as a very orderly person that if I see where some of my not so orderly people have been somewhere, or I can see that they've done something and did not deal with it, then it's like, of course I'm going to naturally be like, oh my God, now you need to come back here and clean this up. But to dwell in it, start complaining, that starts taking you down another road. It's a quick in and out. It's acknowledge the fact that, okay, I got a little discouraged here. But now let me quickly move over to the thankful, grateful place. Let me start praising the Lord about some things. Let me turn this around and come out of it. If we dwell in things that bitterness and and ugliness starts to take root, and it turns into something else. Now, I have a couple of scriptures for dwell, and both of them are Psalms. The first is Psalms 91, verse 1. I'm reading 1 and 2. He who dwells in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. I will say of the Lord, He is my refuge and my fortress, my God. In Him I will trust. And I know he was trying to let me know, like, don't worry about this stuff. Just stay under the shadow of the Almighty. Don't, he just trusted him here and moved through. They're fine. You'll still get the things done that you need to today. Things will still come together. There's no need in going down this other road with all of these different negative things that I'm thinking and saying, because then I'm following that path instead of getting quickly out. And the word dwell is he that dwelleth. And it is the same word in both of the scriptures that I have. So I'm going to play it the once for what Hebrew word is being used in dwell.
Psalms 8:34-27. Yashav.
Yashav is to dwell, remain, sit, abide, to be set, to stay, have one's abode, to be inhabited, to cause to abide or dwell, even to marry, give and dwelling to give a dwelling to make to dwell, to be inhabited. And so when you're thinking about all of those things, to tarry, to remain, then that's what we don't want to do in our problems and issues. We're supposed to be dwelling in the secret place. We sit and dwell and stay and abide and inhabit and establish in the secret place of the Most High. It's so much better place to stay in terms of peace. The second scripture is Psalms 133, verse 1. Also, it is, behold, how good and how pleasant it is for brethren to dwell together in unity. That is the same word once again. So dwelling together, tarrying, remaining, and inhabit, to establish, to endure, to stay in unity. So it's easier to rejoice in the Lord always when you are dwelling in the secret place of the Most High and when you turn quickly. So where you were supposed to dwell is in unity, and you're also supposed to dwell in the secret place of the Most High. That's where you dwell. So you can't dwell there and in the frustrations and overwhelming and disappointment and all of that. So the understanding here is we will have certain emotions. We will have certain things that can catch us off guard, buttons that can be pushed as we work on getting stronger through the Lord's help. But if we do find ourselves in these places, don't dwell there. Don't stay and establish. Don't keep your attentions directed. Quickly move out and go to a place of gratitude and a place of praise until there's less and less of an ability to even be bothered by certain things that may trigger you now. Don't forget to find the word. I'll see you tomorrow.